It's sad that you're one of my best? Well, you're not rude. You don't yell that much. I have a few people who curse, but most of the time you handle it.
Why curse?
Like, why do I use that instead of profanity, or why do kids curse? Okay, that's a question you're going to have to ask Andrew. All right, guys. So make sure you have your name on it. Okay, we're going to break this down together. That's annoying. Okay, you guys, first let's understand what's going on. Do you guys see the check numbers over here? Okay, so over here, what you're going to do is when you're running a business, people are going to pay you with a check. You're going to pay for things by check. A lot of times, you're going to be keeping track of expenses and where they're going. So the check number, each check has its own individual number so that you can reference it and find all of the things. So you guys, can you see we got 201, 202, then we've got some other things that are happening, then we've got 203, 204, see how they're counting up incrementally? Okay, so debit, what's debit mean, y'all? Good, what does DD mean? Direct deposit, good, that's gonna be a question on the test. Make sure you know DD means direct deposit. What does EFT mean? Electronic funds transfer, okay, so let's, actually it usually means online in your banking account. Okay, do you guys see withdrawal? So on this side, do you guys see this column right here? This is where you put anything you're taking, anytime you're taking money out of your account, it goes on this side. Anytime you're putting money into your account, it goes on this side. We're pretending this is our checking account. You with me? Now, do you guys see these little check marks? You only click it if it says fee over here. So see where it says service fee? You're going to click that. Go ahead and slide down to where it says service fee. Go ahead and click that. Now, you only click that when it's a fee, yes. Yes. Just go to the front office and check out, okay? Okay. Okay, guys. When you're going to pay with a check, so most of the time you don't need to pay with a check. Most of the time you can just play. Guys, hush. You want to pay with a check anytime you want proof that you paid. Okay? So, electrical, I pay it with an online electronic check. So my bank just automatically sends it to them. I have it linked. But, so my electrical, anybody have a clue how much electricity is in the summer when it's hot?
170.
Okay, that's a very good guess. 170. Mine in the middle of summer. No, 168 is the highest mine goes right now. Okay, that's still good. What in the winter when I don't really need much AC or much heat, like when it's cooler, the lowest mine usually goes is about 75. You guys give me any number. You make up a number that looks like a real number. So it needs to look. You're gonna put it in your own. You're gonna make up your own number. It cannot be 150 and no change. You got to make it look like a real number from a company. Okay, so mine's going to be 168.73 because that was my actual last bill. The goal of this is to help you learn how to fill this out, but also to help you guys have an idea in your head of ballpark prices on things. So you're making up a number somewhere between $75 and $200, somewhere in there. No, we're still on utilities. Okay, mine is only ever 75 during the month of like November or... We're not talking groceries, we're talking electric. We're on electric still. Hold on. Okay, right here, you guys, you're going to just take 300, take away whatever your amount there is. That's why I let you keep your phones, is because you're going to be using them. So 300 was our starting amount. Yeah, that's mine, but you need your own number. Everyone has their own numbers. You're making up your own numbers here. You can't use the same thing as me, bud. Pick a different number, dude. Pick a different number. Anything that's between 75 and 200, I would accept. It just needs to be, if it looks like you're just copying me, I won't give you full credit. Groceries. Okay, now keep in mind, we're getting groceries for just 1 week for just one person, and I only have how much in my bank account? Can I spend 200 on groceries? No. Okay, so you give me a realistic amount that you think for groceries. If it's lower than $40, I'm going to look at you sideways. Like, you got to have food. Can't be starving.
So at this point, we're basically in the trenches right now, so you can get some Maruchans and some purple Kool-Aid. Why gotta be purple? Why you grape Kool-Aid? Tropical flavor.
I'm about to have a fight over Kool-Aid. That's cool. All right, for when I'm on the struggle and I'm trying to save money, I spend about $47 in 1 week on food.
68 bucks. I said 62.
That's reasonable. Okay.
And then we get our money again.
We do. We're gonna. That's what. We'll talk about it in a second. Okay. You guys see where it says debit?
Yeah.
What's something you spend money on besides groceries? So something that you personally spend money on that probably I don't. Baby, I have to turn in that kind of crap if you turn that in. Make it school appropriate. So for here, I'm going to say I spent money on
Medication.
gas would make sense, yeah. You could say gas, but I want to do something different so that it's not the same as everybody's. You can do whatever you want that you're going to spend money on. I'm going to say I bought a new pair of shoes.
How you get 8427?
Bro.
What are, you got to tell me what kind of thing you're buying, okay?
She's doing 131 minus 4.
Wait, but this is for business and
We're pretending we're pretending it's for you right now personally, but you're going to apply the same concept to a business later. What's up, sweetie?
I can do shoes.
You can't do shoes because I did shoes. You got to pick something else. Something you'd spend money on.
I saved my money.
Well, we have a spot for saving money in a minute, but you're going to spend money on something. Maybe it's gas, maybe it's snacks, maybe it's eating out with friends, maybe it's car parts, maybe it's welding supplies, maybe it's you went to a movie, maybe it's a streaming service. Hey, heads up, I am recording, remember? Okay. And then, so again, you guys know how I'm getting these numbers over here?
Yep.
Anybody need me to explain? Yep, very slowly. Okay, now paycheck, guys. Realistically, my take-home pay is about $1,800 every 2 weeks. Okay, now you guys, we're thinking ahead to when you graduate. So I know you're not going to make... No, bud. That's not great. When you graduate, you're going to be working full-time, right? So if you work in the summer and you know how much money you make in the summer, figure out how much an estimate would be that you make every 2 weeks, okay? We're going to use that as an estimate. If you get paid weekly, times it by 2 to get your 2 weeks. Okay? And then you're going to add these two together now. So me, I'm pretty much broke at this point. Okay, what's minimum wage right now? 14 times 40. Times that by 2.
14.
You can pretend that you're going to get a full-time job where you're working $14 an hour times 40. Times that by 2. That'd be $11.20 every 2 weeks. Am I doing much better than minimum wage? Not really, right? Especially when you consider I work about 60 hours a week. I'm just saying, there's a reason I'm going to go into... Okay, you're making up a paycheck number, buddy. Something reasonable.
Oh, every 2 weeks.
Wait, why did you add his
So
other?
if you're getting paid weekly.
Because that's how much was still in my account. Because it's on this side, we're adding this one and this one to get that one. So I'm adding what I got paid plus what was already there to get what's my new balance. No, we're not always. So 300, take away the 168 gives me my new balance. Take away what I spent, that's my new balance. Take away how much I spent on shoes, that's what I have left. Add what I got paid, that's my new amount in my checking account. Okay, you guys with me? One of the things I want to help you guys practice is learning how to save money. One of the best things I can tell you right now is every time you get paid, have a set amount you automatically put into your savings and you don't touch. For me, it's $500. $500 from every paycheck goes right into my savings. Don't even think about it. It's just moved. You guys pick an amount. Okay, so you're...
Subtract that from the amount.
Yep, you're going to subtract that from the balance. So I expect your savings amount to be, you're just transferring this from your checking to your savings. I expect that to be a pretty number. Okay, now we've got a couple things again. This is annoying me. I want to be able to, there we go. Okay, we've got a couple checks. Now here it doesn't tell us what we're using a check for. Okay, this is the middle of the month. What's something you might need to pay for besides electrical, besides groceries? Those are the things we spent checks on already. Insurance, phone bill for sure. Remember, it's things that you want to have proof that you paid. Okay, so I'm going to say, do you guys, how many of you like having water at your house? Do you guys have a clue what the water, so water, sewer, and trash all go to the city. Water, sewer, trash. You can use water, sewer, and trash for this one. Do you guys know what water, sewer, and trash costs every month? Not very much. So if you don't have a garden, then it's, so I water my garden, so I spend more. But if you don't have a garden, it's probably around 30, 35 bucks for your water bill. Now your water, sewer, and trash are all paid together. So the sewer means you're paying for the city to allow you to flush your toilet and have all that waste go to the sewage treatment plant and be taken care of. Trash, it's like $3 a month to have a trash can that can go on the street and get picked up. Super cheap, right? Water is pennies per gallon. We are in a drought right now, which means, let me try to see if I can grab. Well, here's the deal. Let me put this so you can see. Okay, so there's 3 levels. This is like, so level 1, level 2, and level 3 of usage. If you're here, it's low cost. They don't raise the price because this is what you need just to be able to drink water, flush your toilet, and use water to live, okay? If you go up to this one, then this part that goes over with your basic needs. So let's say that this is like a penny a gallon. For this one, they're going to start charging you 5 pennies a gallon. You follow me? And so this is like if you're watering your lawn or washing your car and you're using water that you don't actually need to survive. And right now, they've got this one up here, like 25 cents a gallon. So if you use way more than you really need to survive, like let's say I have a big garden, but I have mine on drip so that I don't have to pay, so I don't use a lot of water. But if I did, it's 25 cents a gallon. Do you see how that went times 25? So it's a tiered system, so they don't want to charge people a lot of money just to survive and live. But if you're using more water than you really need to, they're going to charge you for it. Does that make sense? Okay. So for water, sewer, and trash, yours is probably going to be in the $30 to $50 range. Pick a number. Make it look like a bill. This last one, I think mine was 87.56 because I was watering my garden in the heat. So when I lived in an apartment, mine was about 32 a month, somewhere around there. Is it helping for you guys to have an idea how much these things cost? Okay, so I'm going to subtract that from my total. Debit, give me something you'd spend money on, you guys. Give me something. That's fair. Whatever you spend money on, bud. Okay, for me, I just did a shower door replacement. It cost me $189.99. You guys, what's the difference between rent and mortgage? Okay, mortgage, you're paying off your house. My mortgage is 112, I want to say 9.73 every month. Do I have that much money in my account right now? That's a problem. I'm going to keep it like that where I'm spending too much money. Do you guys know how much apartments rent for in Waco? Let me show you one. Okay. So these are, let's do a 1-bedroom. Okay, 1-bedroom. Do you guys see how much that costs? The housing has gone up a lot in the last few years. Okay, look how expensive that is. That's a 1-bedroom. Now let's talk about a life hack. Instead of doing a 1-bedroom, if you do a 3-bedroom, see how the 1-bedroom was like $1,000? See how this is only about $300 more? What happens if you're splitting the rent with 3 people instead of one, just you? Okay, $1,300. Divide that by 3 roughly. Is that $100 a month, $200 a month, $300 a month, 4 or 5, 6? Between which two? About $450, right? Somewhere around there. Is $450 doable? Right? Do you see what I mean? So one of the best hacks you have when you're young and you don't absolutely need your own place because you don't have your own family, share. Share. Split that rent.
What if you go broke on the mortgage?
We can talk about that. Let me talk to you about that after we finish today, okay? Okay, so if you don't have, so see how mine's too much? See how I put my negative in there? You guys should have a different number here, you guys. So you guys, if you're going to be renting an apartment by yourself, you're going to put in the rent. If you're sharing right here, I want you to say roommate or something that lets me know that that price, whatever price you're putting here, should either reflect the price of a whole apartment, or if you're going to have roommates, you need to tell me right here in the parentheses that you're going to have a roommate so that I know that this price, I'm going to put a space. That looks better.
Oh, we have to put that.
You got to tell me if you're sharing or not so I know if this price is reasonable. Because if you're telling me that you're going to just have, you're paying rent and it's $200 a month and you're not sharing, no. And still, even if you're sharing, it's probably going to cost you at least $400 a month.
Oh yeah, we got another paycheck.
Okay, so put your paycheck in. How do I know that this one's negative? I put in the negative, but do you see how it automatically puts parentheses on it if it's negative? Because I spent more money than I had. Does that make sense? Right here? John, is that what you're asking me? Okay. Okay, so your bank shouldn't charge you a service fee. Yes, sir.
What's called the water heater.
Water heater?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So the service fee, this is from your bank actually. So you guys, the service fee is typically $5. You can just leave it $5. Because I overdrafted, see how I spent more than I had? They're gonna charge me $25.
They're gonna charge you, so can we put $5 or?
You are putting $5 unless you spent more than you had.
Okay.
If you spent more than you had, you're gonna do overdraft fee.
Wait, what is that fee for?
It's just a service fee. The banks will frequently charge you just for using their bank.
Interest.
You guys remember when we did all those accounts with the interest? Do you see how I have more than 1,500? I'm gonna make somewhere around like 23 cents. If you have less than 1,000, you're making. If you have between $500 and $1,000, and so we're looking at this balance right here. If you have somewhere between 500 and 1,000, you're gonna make like 10 cents. If you have less than $500, you're making just a few pennies.
I have.
If you have more than that, somewhere around 25 to 30-ish. Okay? Interest, I'm sorry, it should be in this column. I need to delete that here. It should be here.
Wait, so we put overdraft?
Did you spend more than you made? Do you have,
Yes.
okay, then you're gonna get the overdraft, which is $25. The regular fee is just $5.
Wait, what you mean spend more than a
Right here, bud, you see how I had only $1,000 and 31? And I spent more, so then I had negative money here. That's why it's in parentheses. That's why they're charging me an overdraft fee.
25?
Did you spend more?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're having an overdraft fee.
Oh, no, it's worth it.
You guys following?
Now we're gonna put it to our savings account.
Yep.
What's the interest?
Can someone help John?
Someone put,
What you got? What you got? How many you got?
I got 671.
671?
It's like 10 cents, bud. Somewhere around 10.
I got 646.
You got somewhere between $500 and $1,000. So you're gonna be somewhere between 10 to 20 cents.
Is that enough?
Realistically, during a month, it's more likely to just be like 2 cents no matter what. 2 cents or nothing. Okay, how much are you guys gonna put in your savings? However much you want. Do you guys think you can fill out the rest of this yourself? The only one that I think you might know is they have a deposit.
Oh, wait, wait, I lost a lot of money because I put in my savings.
Ah, so this is the only one I think you might not know. A deposit. What are types of things you would need to put a deposit on?
Like,
Car.
Okay, do you already have a car?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you need to put a car, it could be for a car, it could be for an apartment, it could be for a hotel. You guys know you have to put a deposit for a hotel? It could be for what? Pick whatever you want. Okay, the rest I think you can figure out.
And so how much was the deposit on the apartment for the 3 pieces?
So the deposit there, it can't be more than the rent, which is $1,300.
Well, the deposit right there says 350.
Wait, where it says deposit? You're right, $350. Okay, go ahead and put that in. Once you have this completed, you're going to save it as a PDF and you're going to turn it in. Do you need me to show you how to save it as a PDF or do you want me to wait?